You know, I blog about this shit, about the homeless. If it was up to me, man, I'd open up more resources for the homeless. It's sad that in Jacksonville, Florida, that a lot of the homeless people gotta break into bandos just to shower. A dude said in the store that everybody homeless don't want to work. That is not true. Everybody that's homeless is not a drug addict. And there's some people that's homeless and that's not on drugs. These are real matters that nobody want to speak on. You close all the park restrooms on lock. The only time they open is on game nights or game events at the park. They cut off half of the water fountains don't work at the parks. The water spigots don't work. You can't, when all the homeless people was living in the wood, that became a problem. So then you don't want the homeless people sleeping in plazas and open places. They can't be in a park, they can't be in a tent without a permit, and you're gonna deny them a permit if they did apply for a permit. These are concerning matters. You feel me? It's sad that the homeless people gotta break into an abandoned house just to fucking shower. Or go into a public fast food restaurant and make a mess in the restroom. Y'all, so I went to the little church thing to see if they had clothes. They ain't got no male clothes. They had straight female clothes. I'm like, damn, okay. Lord, it's either food or clothes. Well, I gotta get food. I gotta get food for myself, and I gotta get food for my dog. I make sure my dog eat before I eat. That's my emotional support animal. So that's like my child. If it was up to me, I'd create more business and things that can generate money to help the homeless people so they can have a place to shower. And if they was willing to be drug free, then I'd put them in a sanctioned section for them to live. As long as they can pass the drug tests and put them on a job, put them on a guaranteed job. And put them in resources so they could deal with the mental health and the mental crisis they go through. Because being homeless, so many people are traumatized. So many people been abused, robbed, some been kidnapped, some are survivors of rape incidents, you name it. Every homeless person got a different story. So before you shun a homeless person, you gotta understand what they go through. People already shun you for being homeless or shun you for being in the same shit. They don't know your background story. And just like I told Dog, you can't judge a person for being homeless because everybody that's homeless don't steal. I don't steal. I haven't stolen in 7 years. I made a vow with God not to go backwards, not to steal, not to trap. No, ma'am. Of course. To sell drugs, none of that. So it's like either get food, clothes. I gotta get food for myself and the dog. And then when you I went to the thrift store, they ain't got nothing in my size. So it's like you're stuck between a rock. I get shunned the most for being homeless. I even had a couple people spit on me. And it takes a lot to not react, because the first thing my mind want to do is beat you to death or kill your ass. And that's the God honest truth. If it wasn't for God, I think I would have took the gun and killed myself, which I tried in the past. There's times I tried to commit suicide, and there's times I took the revolver, spun it, put the bullet in, and played the Russian roulette, and clicked it. I did it 3 times in my life. By God, I got even madder when I could commit suicide, man. But now I never take that route. I'm just thug it out. If they don't fuck with me while I'm down and I'm still striving, then so be it. Because when I get to the top, I don't want you. I don't want the love, I don't want the help. Don't say you was there, because you ain't support me. You laugh, you mock, you ridicule, and you defame me. My name. These are real situations. I have no shame no more. I push a buggy with all my luggage and my dog in it. You feel me? And I had somebody tell me that I was lazy. I say, how I'm lazy? I do more walking from the west side to the north and back to the west just to make moves and plays for myself. It's not that I can't work. It's when you got family members trying to deem you as incompetent, and every time you apply for a job, you got a envy-ass family member paying background companies not to hire you. So before you speak on my situation, you need to understand my situation. You can't tell me I don't want to work. I do want to work, but it's hard to work when a family member keep paying people to not hire you. That's the whole shit. Nobody want to speak about that. Nobody want to speak about that shit. I'm a hard-working individual. Look at my YouTube page. Look at my content. I got over 7,000 videos uploaded. 7 YouTube pages. On all my visuals, on all my art, on all my movies, on the poetry. All that I wrote, I did that, I built it, I created the beats I made. I ain't never been lazy. I ain't never had a handout. I had to always get up and fucking work. And even though people ask for a helping hand, I still give. And then when I give, when I'm depleted, they shit on you and throw you back to the wolves. When my back against the wall, I ain't got nobody to call for real. I gotta beg them just to get help. I gotta beg them to get a ride. I gotta beg you to shower or to get food. No, fuck all that. I'd rather struggle and get it out of the mud. So when I make it, I can say God had my back, not you. I don't hold grudge, and I ain't got no envy towards people, but these people say they walk with God. The actions and the mores that they do in a day says otherwise and different. A big bitch. I'm talking about she was big as fuck. Talking about something you lazy as fuck. Bitch, who lazy? I ain't never been lazy a day in my life. Every job I fucking had was a labor work. When I worked at UPS, bro, I ain't missed no days in 2 years. And I took all the overtime whenever one of my coworkers called out. Talking about I'm lazy. Bitch, I walked from the west side to the north side and back just to make moves for myself to get money. Never been lazy. And if I could work, I would. If my fuck ass family members stop paying people, stop hiring me. Like I say, I don't hold no grudge or nothing. I just let God deal with it. How you gonna deal with it? Never will I ever have shame or feel some type of way. When you ask somebody, say, I got a job interview, can you watch the dog? Motherfucker can't even do that. I pay you $20 to watch the dog. They don't want to watch the dog because they don't want to see you make money. But when a nigga speak out on that shit, he wrong. Get the fuck out of here. Miss me with that bullshit. The world we living in is fake as fuck, bro. And I hate the ones that always talking about real this, real that. Nigga, ain't nothing real when you doing fake ass shit. And you know it's fake. If you can take a bribe to switch up on loyal people, or betray people, or slander people, or a person that ain't never do you no wrong, how the fuck you call yourself a real nigga? You ain't real. And how you steal money from somebody, from that person, that got the nerve to call that person broke. But everything that person worked for, gain or build or created, you want to classify as you. You want that person's life, and they got a nerve to flaunt and stunt like it's you, like you real. It's not real, bro. It's fake shit, bro. And that's why I always been hated.